Pre-construction is actually so massive, it involves more than just the owner and contractor or subcontractor. There's other players in the ecosystem. It actually starts from the very beginning in real estate, and it's split up in 2 phases, not one. So pre-construction phase actually begins in the real estate site selection in 2 phases. The first phase, phase 1, this is where you're looking for your location. You're figuring out what the cost is of that location. You're figuring out foot traffic. Is this a good location? Is it high foot traffic? What is the potential return on this location if I go there from a retailer, a restaurant, whatever it might be, if I go into a mall? And the second the second phase is really where this is where you're drawing your plans majority of the time, submitting for permitting, and in the bid process, finding someone to build the location, your contractor. So what's so critical is in phase 1 is you have a real estate agent that's involved, you have the lender that's involved, and it's so critical to understand is first you find a viable location. Is it a fit? Is it an awesome location? And second is also knowing the cost. The cost usually is unknown until you get to this process, the second phase of the pre-construction. And what triggers the second phase always, if there's a lease that's signed or properties purchased, whatever the case might be. Once this trigger happens, it's very difficult to go back. You can go back, but majority of this is what triggers the second phase is when a lease is signed or a sale is made, an acquisition is made. And that's where you go into your plans, your permitting, and your bid process. And this is where a lot of times your construction costs become known, because you're bidding out with contractors and you're getting other suppliers, subcontractors involved and everything else. So it's super critical to understand that pre-construction is split up into 2 phases, and it's super critical to understand, is it a viable location, 1, and what is the cost on this location to do construction? Construction makes up over 65% of the entire project, and it's the least known until you get to this phase, the bid process phase, and actually might be too late. You might be 100, 150, 200,000 plus over what you've estimated your project to cost. So hope that helps. Understand what your costs are in phase 1 before triggering and signing a lease, because you can't really go backwards once you made that commitment. Thanks so much. Hope that helps for pre-construction.